What's up, guys? We're Kills. Welcome to another deck profile. Today we got some updated Infernoids featuring the new cards from CROS. Really happy with this build, and I think that the new support is actually really good. And I'll go ahead and discuss that once we get into the actual build. However, I'm not ready to. I did take this to a locals Friday, but it's not ready for a tournament report. Really, it still needs a lot of work. But I'm still going to go ahead and talk about, all the new support and how it works really well with the deck. And there's a lot of new cards you can play with it, and makes the deck a lot more viable. So yeah, if that makes any sense, we'll go ahead and jump into the monsters as per usual. Alright guys, so here we are with the monster lineup. Pretty monster heavy. But yeah, we were playing most of the new guys that just came out, that being Infernoid Permeus up here. Playing 2 copies of those. His effect is that you can target one set card your opponent controls, you can shuffle it back into the deck, and that card cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. So if it's a Shaddoll monster, if it's a breakthrough skill, if it's an El Shaddoll fusion, if it's whatever, it cannot be activated in response to this card's effect activation. So yeah, it's actually a really awesome card, and it puts in a lot of work. And it's also level 1, so you can summon a lot of other things while it's out. Next, playing 2 Entra. He's the Compulse standard. I like playing 2 because I feel like bouncing things back to hand isn't the best right now, especially against the CROS, because you can just bounce back their, their Manjus or Senjus or whatever back to the hand, or their Unicores, and it doesn't really help too much. He's only really good for bouncing extra deck monsters back, which, Necros doesn't really play too many of those. It's only really good in Shaddoll, or against like heroes for Darklaw. 3 Harmatic, standard, just pop a card, trooper, draw a card, whatever, has a lot of utility. 3 Trulia, level 4, pops a set back, or pops any back row. Then you got 2 Jete, the level 6. This guy, if left on the field, can be a big problem. I'm not really sure how I really like him, and when I say problem, I mean for my opponent. When I say that, I mean like, if they don't get rid of them, they're going to start losing a lot of extra deck resources they have. So, that's banished an art, or a chain, or a dweller, or something they won't have later on that they might have wished they had. So, I really like him just for that effect. However, he's only got 24 in attack, he's level 6, so you can put him in an Atandalo. I did end up summoning him at the tournament that I played this at a couple times, and that effect really didn't matter too much unless I got it off 2 or 3 times. So I'm not too sure about him. I might cut him down to 1 if anything, but as all the Infernoids go, you can play 3 of everything. It's still fodder to summon, the really good ones as is, and yeah. Next, play 3 Sightsmith standard, 3 Tondal standard, 2 Deviati, or it was previously called Lilith, and I'm playing 2 Inuku. I'm playing 2 of each strictly because, like I said, it's fodder for one another. If anything, if I had to cut this down to a smaller build, I'd probably just play a 1-1. But I really like them both right now, especially Lilith's effect to negate any monster effect by attributing a card you control, a monster I should say, to negate and banish that monster effect, and then Inuku doing the opposite, negating any spell or trap effect, and then banishing it. He nukes monsters, they nuke spells, except for Void Spell and Trap. Which I'm not sure how that works for set cards. Let's say you have a set Void Purification, and you summon Lilith. I'm not sure if you're supposed to reveal to your opponent that it's a Void Trap or whatever. If anybody has anything on that ruling, please do me a favor and post in the comments if you are knowledgeable on that ruling. It would be greatly appreciated, and thank you for doing so if you did already. So yeah, 2 Nuku, 2 Lilith. I like it. We'll have to see how it goes from now on. Again, a little more play testing to see how it really goes. And then playing 2 Card Trooper, 2 Paraparo Cerberus. The reason I'm playing this is because I lost 2 of Vanity's Emptiness 2 games in a row. The guy saw it both times, turn 1, and I did not see any outs to it. And it was absolutely frustrating as all hell. So that's why I'm playing Paraparo Cerberus and Shaddoll Dragon. Now when you're saying, I don't think Shaddoll Dragon gets his effect when he's sent off Reasoning. Unless, of course, they call 4 and he gets sent by 4. I'm only playing him for the hand destruction and for the Void Purification. There's a lot of discard outlets in this shouldn't say game, I should say in this deck now, the way I play it. So having that little Shaddoll Dragon is an awesome, you know, pitch, pop a back row. Get out of those situations. Pair of servers the same way. So when you're getting beat down with the Vanities and you have that in the grave, you can at least pop the Vanities or whatever. And then your standard card trooper, obviously, for milling purposes. So we'll go on to move on to the spells now. Alright guys, so here we are with the spell lineup. Before I get started, a card that I want to play at 3 in this lineup is Galaxy Cyclone. I really want to be playing Galaxy Cyclone in this, just because how good it is. It's so good in this deck. You mill it, you still have access to back row destruction, and in hand, obviously it's like an MST. It's just so good for this deck, and I'm so annoyed that I don't have it. It's still kind of pricey, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about getting those yet. But as for now, we're playing 3 Reasoning, 3 Void Banishment. That card, Void Banishment, is so good. It's the reason why I'm playing the Shaddoll Dragon from the pair service. Basically, you discard any card, search any Void, spell, or trap, except itself, and null and void. So that leaves you plenty of options. And then, when an Infernoid monster you control battles and opponent's monster, you can send this card to graveyard, banish both the monsters. Get rid of problem cards. And then you have 3 hand destruction cards, amazing for play disruption at the right times, and it's also good for draw power because it sends 2 Infernoids that you can still summon out of graveyard either way, and draw into your combo pieces like Reasoning or Monster Gate or Burial or Void Seer, whatever, Card Trooper, and then 2 Void Seer because being able to have a Lance to go for a game is always helpful. 2 Dark Hole. I really like Dark Hole in here because like you can play 2 of it, and it's also has sort of an advantage for your side of the field. If you have like a Nuku on your field or whatever that you can't get rid of, Dark Hole the board or whatever, and get rid of it. And just so you can clear up your space so you can summon things. Also, it's good if you own first turn double card trooper. You can blow up both those card troopers, draw 2 cards, and then summon an Infernoid. And it's also great to help see destruction faster, like to get rid of the Vanities, especially if they got a monster on board. I would probably play 2 Dark Hole Raigeki, but like I have 2 other decks that the Raigeki's in, so I'm just kind of lazy and haven't put it in here. But whatever, 2 Dark Holes, perfect for me. And then standard 3 1-ups I should say, is the Monster Gate, Burial, and Book of Moon. And they've been pretty solid so far. And that's it for the spells. And like I said, 3 Galaxy Cyclone. This is something I would play in here as probably a 3 of all day long. I'm not really sure what I would cut. Maybe I would cut a Void Banishment, Hand Destruction, and a Dark Hole, or a Void Seer for 3 Galaxy Cyclone. So yeah, so here we are with the traps, playing 3 Void Trapple. This card is so awesome in here, just because you can search it off Void Banishment. It is a Void Trap card. Basically, Void Trapple, what it does is that if your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack, negate the effects of one of those monsters with 2,000 or more attack, and if you destroy it. So that's a really awesome card against a lot of rogue matchups and the CROS and Shaddoll. Hits a lot of things. It's the BLS, hits the Construct, hits the Winda, hits the Anomalith or Annoyantilus or whatever it's called. Hits a lot of things. It's like huge synchro monsters from the like Yang Zings and stuff or whatever. It's a lot of Talonite stuff. It's just an awesome card, and I love playing at 3, especially since you can search it. And then I'm playing 3 Void Purification. It's basically like Heretic Seal from the Ashes, but for those of you who don't know, I'll read it for you. Basically, if you control a monster that's not an Infernoid monster, send this card to the graveyard. So it's basically like Void Launch, the same parameter. You can only use each of these effects of Void Purification once per turn during your opponent's standby phase. During each of your opponent's standby phase, you can target 1 Infernoid monster in your graveyard added to your hand. So per se, you could add like a Permeus or Harmatic that you can't summon out of grave, only from hand, so you can add that back in case you need that effect. And then a really good effect that I like for is during each of your standby phase, you can target 1 of your banished Infernoid monsters, return it to the graveyard. So it helps recycle your stuff and acts as sort of a burial, if you will. And it's a really awesome card, and you can search it with Void Purification, so it's not inconsistent. You can have it whenever you want, because we play Void Purification at 3, and it does come up a lot. And I think it's just a solid card, because you can do stuff during your opponent's turn and your turn. Has that stuff back to the hand, put your banished stuff back in your grave, awesome for this deck, and we'll jump into it, guys. So here we are with the extra deck. It's not really, it's not a 15 card extra deck, strictly because like this deck, you really shouldn't have to go in your extra deck at all. And obviously I'm not playing any tuners or Lightsworn, because I think the Lightsworn variant is not good. I really like this version better. I really like my normal summons to be card troopers, if anything. So I'm playing, let's see, this is a rank 7 this year, my bad. So we're playing 4 rank 8s, 4 rank 7s, and then 5 rank 4s. So they're all jumbled up. We're playing 1 Foul Grand, 1 number 62 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, then we're playing the full armor to slap on top of it. And then I'll say, because it mills a card and spins stuff, so what more could you ask for in a deck like this? 7s, double Draco Sack, Big Eye, and Master Blades, basically the best 7s you can play. Then down here we're playing Gem Knight, Castel, 101, Abyss Dweller, and Chain. Other things you could play would be like, I don't know, 107 and a Dark Matter if you really wanted to. Just Ixie's Chain stuff. You could also play a Gaia Charger, I think. Gaia Charger goes over... No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, you can play Gaia Charger. It's a rank 7. You just make it with 2 sight switch or whatever. But yeah, like I said, you don't really go in your extra deck a lot. That's the kind of advantage this deck has, especially against Shadal. Like, you don't go in your extra deck enough for them to get their advantage off the Shadal fusion. And same thing with the CROS. A lot of their stuff are meant to punish extra deck monsters like Unicorn, Brio, what have you, and this deck doesn't really need the extra deck as much. But I really like it. So, yeah. That is it for the extra deck. We'll jump into my side. So here we are with my side deck. It's playing 2 Jinzo. Awesome card to hit off of Reasoning, and it's easy to get out, especially when you can summon out Infernoid. Like Entra, bounce something, and then put out your Jinzo. Because this deck kind of loses to back roll a lot, like Mirror Force and stuff, or whatever. Having a Jinzo out is awesome against trap heavy decks, and I'd rather just play Jinzo over Decree, because if I mill a Decree off of Reasoning, I can't summon the Decree, you know, I can summon the Jinzo at least. Playing the Christia, a lot of people don't expect it. It's kind of a beatdown type thing, and also you can get rid of it with your Dark Hole or whatever. 1 Sasuke Samurai, this is kind of a weird tech of mine. I'm not sure how actually good it is. It's just basically a side card against Shadal. I'd rather like side Royal Command, I guess, but this is something fun I wanted to try, basically. It's a level 2 Wind Warrior, 500 attack, 800 defense. Basically, this monster attacks face down defense push a monster, destroy the face down monster immediately with this card's effect without flipping it face up or damage calculation. So it's got its uses against Shadal. They don't get their flip effects. I mean, they still get their effect when they're sent to the graveyard, but they don't get their flip effects, I guess. And has other uses against other set cards. And then I'm playing 3 Twister for back row hate, 2 Soul Release for deck survive graveyard, Necross, Tolerates, whatever. Parallel Twister, send one of the spell trap card you control in the graveyard, target 1 card in the field, destroy it, send one of your face up Void Banishments, or Void Purification, pop something. Double Fairy Wind, hit the Vanities, hit any other floodgates, and then citing in Skill Drain, Emptiness, and Tribute. Skill Drain actually works well in here. I used to run Skill Drain in here just because your Infernoids can still activate their Tribute effects without getting touched by Skill Drain, so it's actually not bad. And you can still use your Card Trooper to mill it. They won't gain the attack, but you still get to mill with it. Emptiness, only really sided against like really tough matchups. I don't like maining it because it's kind of hard to turn off sometimes. Because you can't even turn off with Reasoning because you can't activate Reasoning under Vanities. And then Torrential against decks like Yosenju or whatever, this deck kind of has a hard time against it, so I side the Torrential, I guess. But like I said, your side deck is based on your locals or whatever your current meta is. So yeah, that's it so that's the end of the profile. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment down in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't, it's greatly appreciated. It means a lot. Thank you so much for your support. What else was I gonna say? I forget. Oh yeah, look for I'm gonna be looking out for a video of one card I wanted to try here. It's gonna be a video, like I said in the last video, I said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Related video, I said, like, if you guys want to see a new series, like, card I want to try in. I'm not sure exactly how the title of it's gonna be. I need more time to think about it, and I'm getting more ideas together for certain decks. So I actually have a lot to go off of it. It's not just a one-time deal. I'll have a lot to do with it, a lot to expand on, or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, see you in the next one.